Hey guys, it's GameFacer and welcome back to episode 41 of my Dortmund career mode. Now in today's episode we've got 2 or 3 matches which are very important for us to play. First of which is against Real Madrid in the Champions League in the round of 16, second leg. In the last episode we managed to finish up 2-0 up, 2 away goals. Now this is the home leg to hopefully try and get through past Real Madrid. Then got a game against Bayern Munich, and that is in the league. Another important match. We need to try and win the rest of the games now in the league, because obviously we are still a little bit behind Bayern Leverkusen. And then we've got a game against Hamburg. Don't know if we'll have time to play it. We might just end up simming it with it being a home game. We'll have to wait and see though when we get there. And the next episode, we finish off the season by playing the final 3 games. So quite an exciting end to this season. We're obviously trailing Bayern Leverkusen by quite a few points at the moment. I think is it 9 points? I think it is still quite a decent chunk of points anyway, which we need to try and catch them up by. But before we get into the game though, I quickly have to also tell you about the changes to the difficulty settings. Now if you watch my Leeds career mode, then you'll have already seen I've changed the settings. We're still on world class, but I've changed it now so on the sliders the CPU is slightly better. It's only minor changes. Shot error has gone down, pass error has gone down, shot speed and pass speed have gone up, and it's to kind of make a more realistic sort of game. Did it on my Leeds career mode, worked fairly well, so we're going to give it a go on this career mode as well and see whether it gives us the same result. So there are the changes if you want to pause the video and look for yourself. Minor changes, but hopefully improves the gameplay a little bit because it's been a bit too easy for us recently on World Class, and Legendary was too far the other way, to be honest. But look, before we get into the first game against Real Madrid, if we could go ahead and hit 40 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well down below. I would really appreciate that. Trying to hit 7,500 subs now, that's the next step. Hopefully with your help, we can do that fairly soon. This is the team we're going to be playing with against Real Madrid. Got Donnarumma starting in goal. I've got Aurier right back, Tarsul and Guerrero as the rest of my defenders. Weigl in midfield alongside Sanchez and Goetze. Royce on the left-hand side of midfield and Dembele on the right with Aubameyang up front. The next game against Bayern's like 3 days' time, as you saw before, so we've got this really strong team out, but a lot of them won't be able to play against Bayern, so we're kind of throwing all our players at this game. Maybe that's the wrong decision, but I'm going to go with the really strong team just because Real Madrid, they could quite easily get the 2 or 3 goals back in this game. So let's crack on with it, try and get ourselves into the next round. Obviously, you need to try and get into the final. That's our target set by the board. So let's wait and see whether we can do it. I think if we can get ourselves the 3rd goal in this game, then I'll probably just make quite a few changes, rest the players for the Bayern Munich match, because they've only got 3 days to recover. So obviously if we get a 3rd goal, the game's pretty much put to bed. Ronaldo's goal's going to be ruled offside there because it was a foul on one of our players. Very quick start from Real Madrid, and that's not where I've told you to pass it, Sewell. No way. Benzema. Jesus Christ, it could be a long game. That's not where I've told you to play it, is it? It's obviously not where I've told you to play it. Why would I want you to pass it to their striker? I clearly told you to pass it to Tar. Oh, days. How have we managed to concede 4 minutes in? Ridiculous. 2-1. They're very much back in the game now. I'm glad I did start my strongest team because that's not a great start to this match. What the hell does Weigl think he's doing playing as a striker? What the hell is he doing? Get back! There's a huge gap in our midfield and it's because that idiot's in the wrong position. Sometimes the positioning on this game is really bad. It does get very frustrating. When you tell them to play a certain position, they just don't do it. Royce onto Aubameyang. Oh my god, they're all over the place. How are their defenders getting to everything? Feels like we are playing a Legendary now. Just those slight tweaks on the CPU sliders have caused them to just suddenly be able to defend every single time. Aubameyang, not that time though, we'll happily take that. 3-1, restores our 2-goal lead. We needed that. That's our first shot on target, I think, I'm right in saying. Because every time we've found an opportunity to get through them, they've just got a leg in there somehow. I've no idea. But that time Varane couldn't stretch his leg enough. And we are winning the game 3-1 now on aggregate. Here we go, Goetze's through. Real Madrid pushing a lot of players forward, and that's a good save by the goalkeeper. It really did open up a good chance for us there. Half time, 1-1 in this game, 3-1 in aggregate. Good result at the moment for us. I still want 1 more goal though. They do have themselves an away goal now, so we do need the sort of extra lead in front of them if you like. We'll make some changes fairly soon. Again, they brought on Modric at half time. Bizarre thing to do, especially it's happened with it happening in both legs as well. Dembele looks to pull it back. Goetze, oh, Just wanting to wrap up the game there. Okay, first two changes now. A little bit earlier than anticipated. I kind of realised that, to be honest, I want to use Aubameyang for the game against Bayern if I can, or at least have him on the bench anyway. So in order for him to recover in time, he's going to have to come off now with about 40 minutes left. Origi will probably start against Bayern, so we're going to leave him. Götze is coming off tired as usual, so we'll take him off, slowing down certainly, and he won't be playing against Bayern. So Moreno's going to come on in midfield. So that's two of our three changes. We might make the third one a little bit later on, although if there's no need to, then we probably won't, to be honest. Dembele getting forward, going to cut inside, looking for Sanchez, looking to shoot. Wasn't the greatest connection with it. Navas saves quite comfortably. Royce, Moreno. Go on! Oh my god, what is that? That's not a shot. A toddler can do better than that. I know it's his weaker foot, but come on. Pathetic shot. Close to going in, but not good enough. Should have finished that off, should have put the game to bed. Ronaldo's through. Ronaldo 2-1. That's 3 to an aggregate. They've got both of the away goals, as we did against them in the away fixture for us. This time gets through. It's a little bit scrappy, to be honest. It's been a game that's kind of just died out. We've got closer to the end of the match. But Ronaldo sneaks up on us and gets himself a goal. 2-1, 3 to an aggregate. I've got no worries that we'll concede in the last 4 minutes. Hopefully not anyway. But yeah, just a bit disappointing that we've made it a little bit less comfortable than it should have been. But again, a more realistic result, I suppose. It was never going to be easy to win both legs or not come away without a loss in either of the legs. Oh, God, I thought that was going to be it then. Good save from Donnarumma. Final chance for them. Navas is even up here. Everyone's in our box at the moment. The only place you wouldn't have put it, right on Moreno's head so we could clear it. It's going to be a chase here. The whistle might be blown in a second. It has been. We're through to the next round. Scraped through after a 2-1 loss against Real Madrid. But it was enough to get into the next round. That is the main thing. And yeah, luckily you managed to get that goal in this match. Otherwise, it would have obviously gone into extra time. So yeah, very happy with that. Barcelona beating Leverkusen there 2-0. It's an interesting result for us. And that will mean we play Barcelona in the next round, in the semi-finals. So we've gone from Madrid in the, quarter-finals was it or something, to now Barcelona in the semi-finals. 2 tough matches. We've got past the first one. Hopefully get past the next one as well. But we've got the Bayern Munich game first of all. That's going to be a very difficult game, especially with a depleted team. We'll decide on the side that we'll play that game now. Let's crack on with making this team. Luckily for us, Aubameyang is fully ready for this game, so he can actually start. I was originally planning to start Origi, but Aubameyang it will be. And let's change the rest of the team now. Okay, I didn't realise we actually had the sort of players available that we do. We've actually got a pretty good team considering we played Real Madrid a few days ago. Donnarumma again starting in goal. Durm's going to start at right back. Christensen and Socrates as my two centre backs. Prokop as my left back with Roda, Castro and Pulisic in midfield. Schürrle on the left hand side, Emery Moore on the right with Aubameyang up front. That's the bench. I forgot about Iheanacho. Got Iheanacho and Origi as my two substitute strikers. Not a bad partnership to have on the bench if we need them. Then Dembele's also on there with Sanchez, Moreno, Aurier and Sewell. And yeah, let's crack on with the game against Bayern. Obviously we need 3 points. If we don't win, we don't win the league. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. I mean, even if we do win, we might not even still win the league. We've just got to hope that Leverkusen drops some more points. So here we go, probably the toughest game that we have left this season. Obviously, that's in the league, excluding obviously the Champions League that we've got coming up against Barcelona. But yeah, certainly the toughest league game we have left. We'll wait and see how exactly we do with this sort of team out that we've got. It's experimental. We're obviously still learning this new difficulty as well, the change that we've made to that, which we'll wait and see whether that is still realistic enough in this game. Oh, what is that? Very risky. He's actually tried at the goalkeeper. It's not Manuel Neuer in goal, because I'm pretty sure he went to Man City. But he's just gone and really maybe looking like a little bit of a fool there, the goalkeeper. Schürrle looks to cross one in, and Aubameyang's in there, he gets onto it, and he's actually scored. Was not expecting that, very much out of the blue. Schürrle with a brilliant cross in, cuts it back onto his favoured right foot, and Aubameyang somehow gets on the end of that one to flick it into the back of the net. We're winning the game 1-0, 30 minutes in. Certainly a much more difficult sort of match for us to play, certainly much more challenging than just being on world class. But this is a beautiful ball in. Defender can't do too much about it. It's difficult sort of angle really. If he gets anything on it, might well go in the back of the net. But yeah, he's not done anything, and it's fallen nicely for Aubameyang. 1-0. Schürrle. Oh, Roda, get out of my way. Sabotage. Still playing for Bayern. Schürrle onto Aubameyang. Now looking for Schürrle with the 1-2. I'm not too sure it was Schürrle with the shot there. It looks like it was a Boateng or someone in there that actually got the final touch. Oh, it wasn't actually. It was Schürrle. And the goalkeeper did manage to save it. Just a tangling of legs made it difficult to tell there. Emery Moore to deliver across. Durm, I think, was in there, or Roda, one of the two, but the goalkeeper just about holds on to it in the end. Had the better of the chances so far in this match. Bayern still looking a threat as always. No way. No, don't do this to me. No. Not when we've got the title to try and win. I know we have like 4 or 5 strikers, but come on, right at the end of the season, that's going to be a long one as well, you can just tell. I guess it's going to have to be Iheanacho. I know obviously Iheanacho, Origi, both very good strikers, but to have Aubameyang get injured for falling over on his face, come on. Final attack of the first half is going to be for Bayern. They've got themselves a corner. Decent delivery, not much height in there. Oh my days, is there a pass back in there? I think it'd be harsh to have been given. But certainly a very good chance there for Bayern to get back into the game. Nearly hit the break as well. But that's it for the first half. Still winning the game 1-0. A nice game, realistic game. Obviously not loads of chances. A little bit less than what we'd usually have on World Class. But still enough, I think, for an entertaining match. So yeah, at the moment, the change to the gameplay has been good. And our performance has been pretty decent as well. It's been a nice balanced game at the moment. Iheanacho. Oh, good save, Donnarumma, 1-1. Oh, my days. They've just taken it from one end of the pitch to the other end, and we've not challenged them enough, we've not got in there. This guy, this idiot here, he was in his own half in the corner of the pitch like 5 seconds ago. Now he's just scored for them. A tap-in as well. He was messing around with it in defence. Now he goes and scores, just rub salt into the wound. 30 minutes left, drawn the game 1-1. Frustrating game. Origi will probably be needed. But it's been I can't even describe this match. It's just been such a strange game. Because 1 second you look like you're doing really well, the next you're conceding. Really weird. We haven't been really able to get a hold of the game like we did in the first half. Kind of drifted away a little bit when Aubameyang came off. Final 2 changes. Castro's going to come off. We're also going to take off Schürrle as well. Going to bring on Sanchez and Origi. We need Sanchez in there. We're missing him. Playing against his old club. Hopefully he can perform well for us. Need a goal, 23 minutes left, otherwise the title race is well and truly over. But yeah, we do desperately need ourselves a goal here. And we can just have to hope that Bayern, if we were to obviously get the goal, we can just hope that Bayer Leverkusen weren't able to get all 3 points in their match. Hopefully that happens. But we need to get a winner ourselves here. Schürrle onto Iheanacho. Iheanacho's going to start to play on the left as soon as the subs come on, and no one was in the box. So frustrating. Didn't feel I was going to be able to score with a shot. Tried the cross, but obviously no one was in there to finish it off. Yeah, go on. Oh, I can see our title hopes slowly fading away here. Iheanacho looking to cross one into the back post. There's no one there. There's nothing, no substance at all. And yeah, it's Aubameyang going off that's just killed us for me. Really has just killed us off a little bit, and that's just horrific. Origi, you don't move into the path where the defender is. He's clearly looking for an option, and you've just made yourself look like a right idiot. Sanchez? Oh, no! Oh, you got in my way! Oh, my days, Origi just got in my way from... Right, this is not funny now. Why is everyone just running into each other? Could have won this game. And we've caused our own errors. That's pretty much it now. The game is pretty much over. Terms have no quality or match. He does now! He's got the quality now, he's got the assist. Oh my days, that's come from nowhere. It's 2-1. We're a minute past added on time. How the hell has this happened? That Pulisic we got in the box. Oh my days, he's pulled it back. Nice little tap in. No way did I think we were going to win this. I think we might just. Pulisic with the final goal. Our manager's happy. I'm happy, certainly. Look at that. 90th minute. 3 points in the bag. Oh my days, we created a chance out of nowhere. The final push, we managed to get ourselves the win. This is the sort of challenge that I'm preferring rather than just being on world class. before, and having like no changes to the sliders. Before, we would have probably just won that game 2-3-0 and moved on. But now we've changed the sliders. It's more competitive, a little bit more dramatic, like we saw at the end there. And it's got us, I think, a fair result as well from the chances that we actually created. Not too sure what the stats will say. Actually, they've had more shots there. But personally, I think we got into the better positions and probably deserved to win it in the end. So that's 3 points in the bank. I think we pushed them all away, Bayern, so we certainly deserve to get ourselves some points there. And we did. Let's find out what that does to the league table. I don't actually think, from the looks of it, Bayern Leverkusen have actually played yet, so we'll have to sim 1 or 2 days, and then we'll find out then. But first, we've got some player drills to do. We're going to go with these 5 players this week. Hopefully try and get them going up a little bit. Procop's looking a little bit slow to grow at the moment, which is a bit disappointing. But maybe try and change those drills in the next few weeks, I think. A little bit of growth on the stats, but nothing really in overall so far, which is a bit disappointing. Last few weeks haven't been great, really, for growth. We are now 3 points behind the leaders, but they have a game in hand. How have they done in their game, and how is Aubameyang actually? We need to check up on that in a second. They won it. Damn it. 6 points in front of us. There's 4 games to go. They won 3-0 as well. Convincing win. Fair play to them. Player injured. 3 months. Told you. As soon as he got injured, I just knew it was going to be a long one. You can just tell. So he comes back, what, April, July? Is that right? He comes back July. So he's back basically in time for the new season. But that's very frustrating. Yeah, really disappointing that he's not going to be here for the final few games. Now on to the final game of the episode. Yet to decide exactly what I was going to do with this one. Originally I was going to try and play it. Then I thought maybe I should just sim it. It's a little bit of a strange sort of game, this one, because it's a few days before Barcelona as well, the first leg of that. So yeah, I'll decide now what I'm going to do. I think what we're going to do is take the risk, basically. We're going to take the risk and then we're going to sim the match. We're also going to change around the team. Got to think about the Barcelona game, absolutely. But yeah, we are going to change around the team a little bit and see what sort of side we're able to put out. So the game is on the 29th. That means we've got the 30th, the 1st, and then kind of the 2nd. So 3 days until the Barcelona match. And then 3 days until the Wolfsburg game, 3 days until the Barcelona second leg, 4 days until the next match, and then a week until the final game. Oh, we needed Aubameyang, really, for this run of fixtures. Okay, this is the team I'm going to go with. Donnarumma, Socrates, Sewell, Durm, Prokop, Roda, Moreno, Castro, Schürrle, Emery, Moore, and Iheanacho. Strong team, this one, but there's also a lot of key players obviously missing because we're relying on the Barcelona games, really, to try and get us through the rest of the season now. But yeah, we're resting the bigger names for those legs. Let's see how we get on. We're not playing the match, we're simming the game. Very risky because we might not necessarily win, and also, you know, anything can really happen on this game. So if we don't win, we might well get ourselves a draw, but we really shouldn't do. We've got the better team. I always say this whenever we sim because usually it's against the slightly lesser teams. It's 1-1 after 5 minutes. What a start to this game it has been. 20 minutes in, still remains 1-1. We've had a booking though. Rhoda got booked just 3 minutes in, so quite a lively first 5 minutes. Then it's died off going into the second half now. Gonna get a second goal, anyone? Liven the game up a little bit. Moreno, they're getting the second goal. We needed that. 20 minutes to go. Come on, hold on. 15 minutes. We need the 3 points. Come on, 5 minutes. Oh my days, got the 3 points. 2-1, it's finished. But how did Bayer Leverkusen get on? Is there still a little bit of hope? Or have they gone and got another 3 points for themselves? Hopefully they did drop points. No idea who they played, to be honest. So we had Hamburg. They drew against Stuttgart. They've got 1 point, so they dropped 2 points. We're now 4 points behind them. With, what, 3 games to go, is it now, I think? It's going to be close. We might just be able to do this, actually, if they drop a couple more points, but it's going to be such a close one. We'll find out, obviously, in the next episode exactly how we do, but that means we are going to end this episode. Now, Origi just there complaining about his role at the club, but he's playing against Barcelona, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, that is everything for today's episode. We'll find out, like I say, next episode, where we're going to finish in the league, whether it be second or first. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 40 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It will be absolutely fantastic. And it is free, completely free, for you to go and hit that button. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and goodbye.